Hello and welcome to Homeschool MBA, where we talk about different management, business, administration topics. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. So the agenda today is organizational structure. We have created a one-page slide which gives an overview of organization structure, some types of structure, and some organization communication systems. Hello, Professor. How are you doing? Let's talk about organizational structure.
I'm fine, thank you. Organizations are like people, like they are born and then they, grow and then they get into youth and then they get into middle age and then, senior age and then ultimately decline. Similarly, the organizations also, they are born, they start growing vertically, they start growing horizontally, and then they start cruising and ultimately they go towards decline. However, universally speaking, the organizational structure means that these organizations are made of people. Structure provides means of communication between the workforce within the organization for monitoring and controlling. What it means is that the chief executive or the head of the organization sets the policies of the organization. And for implementation, they also, form rules and regulations, SOPs, and job descriptions, etc., at various levels. So that is how the organization is structured to achieve its objectives. Since the organizations have different objectives, therefore, the organizations can be structured differently. However, there are always tiers of organization. The tiers of organization means the level of management. Now, for example, General Motor has 26 tiers of organization. Generally speaking, under the tiers of organization, we have executive management, board of directors, and senior management. Board of directors is the board of owners and opted directors. They are responsible to strategize the organization and then look at the profit and loss of the organization. Executive management serves as an eye and ear of the chief executive because they provide him the feedback and they provide him the feed forward for establishing various policies. Then we go down to the senior management. Senior management interprets those policies and pass on the instructions, rules, regulations, and directives to middle management. Middle management or middle management managers, they are responsible to manage their separate wings or departments or sections, what to call. Then there is operation management or operational management. These are the people who are actually involved in implementation of the rules, regulations, policies, and SOPs of the organization. And then strategic management. Now, this is again at low level, the supervisors, the people who are in charge of the teams, they implement the executives' orders. And then the people management means that the people working at the lowest ebb, they are interacting with the customers or with the external environment with reference to the policies of the organization. Now, this is generally speaking the structural view of any organization. However, in this we can say that you can structure the organization vertically, horizontally, or project-based, or customer-based, or matrix. Now, explanation of these vertical, horizontal, project, and customer base is not the purview of this lecture. That can be taken up later on. Then we have organizational communication system within the organization, that how the instructions, rules, regulations, and directives are passed on right up to the level of people management or the strategic management. In this, the directives are issued by the executive management for implementation of the policies that they have implemented. And feedback here means if there are any contradictions or conflicts within the policies that have been set by the chief executive or the board of directors or executive management, they give the feedback, and then the policies are upgraded or amended accordingly. Feed forward is the especially from the people management level, when they are interacting with the external environment, customers and clients, and they look at their requirements and needs and their suggestions, like we say 360-degree feedback. So the customer's feedback to the organization is feed forwarded towards the chief executive of the company to implement it in its policies and things like that. So that is where we say that there can be as many organizational structures as chief executives, because it depends on the functions of the organization, which will determine the structural set of the organization. I think that's enough for this. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. So good overview. We basically talked about what an organizational structure is, the type of structures, and organization communication systems. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please like and subscribe to all our social media. Thank you.